Hi students, welcome to Mokshish Education. Last class we are discussed about characteristics of fungi. Today we are discussed about classes of fungi. Kingdom fungi. So mainly based on the morphology of the mycelium. Morphology of the mycelium. Mode of spores formation. Spores formation. Fruiting bodies forms. Fruiting bodies form. So these fungi divided into various classes. They are Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes. Next one, Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes. Next one, Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes. Last one, Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes. Based on the morphology of the mycelium, mode of spores formation and fruiting bodies formed, divided into various classes. They are Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. So here first one is Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes. So mainly Phycomycetes are aquatic organisms. Aquatic organisms. Aquatic organisms. And also growing on decaying wood. Decaying wood. In moist and damp places. Moist and damp places are growing. And also they are growing obligate parasites on plants. Obligate parasites. Obligate parasites on plants. So here obligate parasites means these organisms not growing individually, they are depend upon other organisms. They are called obligate parasites. Okay. So next. So these organisms are also known as algal fungi. Algal fungi. So because of these organisms are morphologically similar to the algae, like filament and branched structures. So why Phycomystes or algal fungi means they are morphologically similar to the algae, means look like filamentous and branched like structures. That's why these are called algal fungi. Next. So mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. Mycelium is aseptate, aseptate and cenocytic. Cenocytic. So here aseptate means septum or cross walls are absent in hyphae. For example, it is hyphae. So in this hyphae, septate or cross walls are absent. That is called aseptate. Next, cenocytic means multinucleated protoplasm is present in hyphae. That is called cenocytic. Means like this. Number of nuclei are present in hyphae. So that condition is called cenocytic condition. Means without a septum or cross walls, number of nuclei present in hyphae. So that condition is called cenocytic condition. Okay. Asexual reproduction take place by zoospores or aplanospores. Asexual reproduction take place by zoospores. So here zoospores means motile asexual spores are called zoospores. Motile asexual spores are called zoospores. So for example, see here zoospore, they have flagellum. So with help of a flagella, they can show movement. So asexual reproduction take place by zoospores. Zoospores means motile asexual spores are called zoospores. They can move by using flagellum. Next, another one is aplanospores. Aplanospores. Aplanospores means non-motile asexual spores are called aplanospores. Non-motile asexual spores are called aplanospores. So in aplanospores, which one are absent? Flagellum is absent. So that's why they are non-motile spores. So actually these spores are present, are produced endogenously inside the sporangium. Spores are produced inside the sporangium. For example, so it is a sporangium. Sporangium. So where are spores are present? So spores are present inside the sporangium. These are spores. Next, zygospores are formed by fission of gametes. Zygospore. Zygospore. Zygospore is formed by fission of gametes. Fission of gametes. So mainly these gametes are based on the shape and size, divided into three types. They are isogamous, next anisogamous, next one oogamous, means based on the shape and size, these gametes are divided into three types. First one is isogamous. Isogamous means both male and female gametes are morphologically similar. So that is called isogamous. For example, see here. So it is male gamete, it is female gametes. So both gametes, so size and shape are similar. That type of gametes are called isogametes. Next, anisogametes. Anisogametes means, so one gamete is smaller than the other gamete, is called anisogametes. See, observe here, it is a male gamete. So next, this one is a female gamete, plus and minus. So one gamete is so smaller, another gamete is so bigger one. That gametes are called anisogametes. Next, oogamous. Oogamous means, observe here, so small male motile gamete and large non-motile female gamete so are present, that is called oogamous. In oogamous, small motile male gamete, large non-motile female gamete is present. So that condition is called oogamous. Based on the shape and size, these gametes are divided into three types. One is isogamous, means both gametes are similar shape and size. Anisogametes means they are dissimilar shape and size. Oogamous means male motile gamete is a smaller one, large non-motile female gamete is present in oogamous. Just example for Phycomystis. For example, Mucor. Next, Rhizopus. So means bread mold. Next, albugo. Parasitic fungi and mustard. parasitic fungi on mustard. So these are example for Phycomycetes, Mucor, Rhizopus and Albugo. Albugo is example for parasitic fungi on mustard. Okay. Yes. Next, second one is Ascomycetes. First one, Phycomycetes complete. Next, second one is Ascomycetes. So these Ascomycetes also known as sac fungi. So Ascomycetes also known as sac fungi. Sac fungi. So most of the organisms are multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms. So means made up of millions of cells. Example, penicillium. So few organisms are rarely unicellular organisms. So means made up of only one cell. Example, yeast. In Ascomycetes, most of the organisms are multicellular organisms. Only few organisms are unicellular organisms. So these organisms are saprophytes. Or parasites or decomposers are coprophilous. Coprophilous means growing on dung. So it is important. They are saprophytes, parasites, decomposers or coprophilous. Coprophilous means they are growing on dung. అంటే అవి పేడ పైన పెరుగుతాయి అన్నమాట. So mainly mycelium is septate and branched. Septate and branched. So means in this kingdom, except Phycomycetes, remain all classes are septate and branched mycelium. So here septate means, see, observe here, it is mycelium. The walls of the mycelium present septum or cross walls. So this mycelium is called septate mycelium. The mycelium present septum or cross walls, that mycelium is called septate mycelium. So in this group, mycelium is septate and branched. Okay. Next, asexual spores are called conidia. Asexual spores are called conidia. These conidias are exogenously produced in conidiospores. Conidias are produced exogenously in a special mycelium called conidiospores. Conidiospores means conidias are developed on the conidiospores. See, observe here. It is a mycelium, hyphae. It is hyphae. It is hyphae. See, observe. These are conidias. These are conidias. It is hyphae. The structure is conidiophore. Conidiophore. So these are conidia. Means conidias are produced externally special mycelium called conidiophores. So these conidias are asexual spores. We are observing penicillium. So these conidias are germinate and produce mycelium. During sexual reproduction, a dikaryotic phase with ascogenous hyphae is formed. During sexual reproduction, dikaryotic phase. Dikaryotic phase. Dikaryotic phase formed with ascogenous hyphae. Ascogenous hyphae. See here, dikaryotic phase means both nuclei present side by side. They are not fused up to certain time. That condition is called dikaryotic phase. During sexual reproduction, a dikaryotic phase with ascogenous hyphae is formed. See, observe here, ascogenous hyphae. So this condition is called dikaryotic phase. This hyphae is called ascogenous hyphae. So dikaryotic phase means, so have two nuclei side by side, they are not fused up to certain time. So that condition is called dikaryotic condition or dikaryotic phase. During sexual reproduction, produce ascospores. So inside the sac-like structure is called asci. During sexual reproduction, ascospores are produced. So inside the sac-like structure is called asci. In singular, ascus. During sexual reproduction, ascospores are produced. So inside the sac-like structure is called asci. Asci singular, ascus. So these ascus are arranged different types of fruiting bodies called ascocarp. Different type of fruiting bodies. That fruiting bodies are called ascocarp. Okay. So these asci are arranged different type of fruiting bodies called ascocarp. So for example, globose shape ascocarp without opening is called Cleistothecium. So Cleistothecium means globose ascocarp without opening is called Cleistothecium. See, observe here structure of Cleistothecium. It is a structure of Cleistothecium. See, inside the wall present asci. So inside the asci present ascospores. So these are wall, it is ascus, these are ascospores. అంటే ముఖరంధ్ర రహిత గుండ్రటి ఆస్కోకార్ప్ను ఏమని పిలుస్తామంటే క్లీస్టోథీసియం అని పిలుస్తారు. నెక్స్ట్ ఫ్లాస్క్ షేప్డ్ ఆస్కోకార్ప్, సో విత్ ఎపికల్ ఓపెనింగ్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ పెరీథీసియం. ఫ్లాస్క్ shaped ascocarp with apical opening is called perithecium. See, observe here structure of perithecium. It is which shape? Flask shaped structure. With apical opening. So these are asci. So inside the asci, which one are present? Ascospores are present. Means flask shaped ascocarp is called perithecium. Next, another one is cup or saucer shaped ascocarp is called apothecium. Cup or saucer. Cup or saucer shaped ascocarp is called apothecium. Apothecium. See, observe here structure of apothecium. Which shape it is? Cup or saucer shaped ascocarp. So these are ascus. So inside the ascus, which one are present? Ascospores are present. Ascospores are present. Ascospores are present. So based on the structure of ascocarp, divided into three types. First one is globose ascocarp. So without opening is called Cleistothecium. Flask shaped ascocarp with apical opening is called perithecium. Cup or saucer shaped ascocarp is called apothecium. Next, so example for Ascomystis. Aspergillus. Aspergillus. Next, claviceps. Claviceps. Next, another one is penicillium. Penicillium. Next, and neurospora. Neurospora. So these are example for Ascomystis. So neurospora is used for biochemical and genetic work. Biochemical and genetic work. అంటే న్యూరోస్పోరాను మనం ఎందుకు ఉపయోగిస్తామంటే జీవ రసాయన మరియు జన్యుశాస్త్ర ప్రయోగాలలో ఉపయోగిస్తాము న్యూరోస్పోరా. అండ్ సమ్ ఫైకోమైస్టీస్ ఆర్ మోరుల్స్ and triples are edible and delicious Phycomystis. So which one? Morels and triples are edible, delicious Phycomystis. Okay, so it is about Phycomystis.